E-Wade, what up, though, bro? Sick, bro. Sick with it. Detroit 2206. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who that is. Who that? The 2206. I'm familiar. See, I'm used to doing this on Facebook, so I know everybody's name, but I do not know who y'all are. E Wade, that's pretty obvious. Officer Wade, Christian. Oh, what up, bro? Yeah, I'm still getting used to y'all's YouTube handles. I know all y'all Facebook handles. I don't know y'all YouTube handles just yet. What up? What up, Ben? I know Ben ain't gonna be here this week. I think he went to the game, if I'm not mistaken. But man, what up, Raj? Man, oh man, the Chevys. I'm gonna wait on Lola or Felicia. I know that one. I guess she's gonna show up this week. So while I give it a few minutes for the rest of the crew to show up, E Wade, I see you already started. Give me y'all thoughts, man. Give me y'all thoughts, and I'll say my spiel, and then I'll reply to y'all's thoughts on what we witnessed here today. Keenan Bryant. Yep, that it's on my list, dog, of things that we need to discuss. Yep. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. What up, though, Lions fans, and welcome to the week 2 edition of my 2023 Lions vlog. So, I've been a little bit off the grid this weekend and today during the sorry I didn't do the game thread like I normally do, but today is actually my birthday. Like today is my birthday, and that's why I titled this edition "Happy Birthday from the Detroit Lions." And I've been super duper tied up all weekend actually. So let me just appreciate you, Wade. Let me walk y'all through my weekend, right? So Friday, y'all know I'm a high school college official. Okay, cool. Friday, we go to West Orange, Texas, which is the last town before you get to the Louisiana border to officiate a very high level, high profile high school football game. West Orange Stark versus Newton. If you live in Texas, you're familiar with both of these teams, high profile game. My crew goes to officiate the game. It's the game of the week. We pull up in the parking lot, news truck sitting there. We walk into the stadium. Stands is pretty full. News cameras all over the place. Game of the week. We like, bet, game time. Let's go. Let's get it. Have a great game. Game wind up being 58-54. Came down to literally the last minute of the game. Great. Saturday, right? Don't have a college game. Didn't have a college game this week. Sweet. Me and the family go to Six Flags, or Fiesta, Texas, for those of you who live in Texas are familiar. So we made the 3-hour drive to San Antonio. Family hung out, Six Flags. Had a great time. Had an amazing time, right? Come home today. So it's my birthday, it's my stepdad's birthday, and it's my parents' anniversary, right? Big day, September the 17th is. So we go do our annual breakfast, right? Great weekend, right? That's a great weekend. But I knew I wasn't out the woods. This weekend. I said, still got the Lions. Oh, I'm sorry. And the Wolverines won, right? Michigan won. Okay, great. That's all I can say. But I ain't out the woods. We got to Detroit. So you know what I'm talking about, Christian. You know about that rivalry in West Orange Stark up there. And we were still at breakfast when the game started. So I started in the middle of Seattle's first drive. What up, Lola? There she go. All right. So I turned the game on in the middle of the Seahawks' first drive, and they walked right down the field. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be one of them games. It looked just like last year's game, did it not? When we played Seattle, you know what I mean? So, and one of the announcers picked up on something that I was already thinking. Whichever one of them said the Lions and the Seahawks are not rivals, but they're starting to feel like it. I swear I said the same thing. We all know what happened last year. We were fighting them for that last playoff spot. We all know the circumstances behind it. They wind up getting the playoff spot. Fine. And then we come into this year and find out that we open our home schedule with them. We like, it's time to get some get back, right? Bet, let's do this. But they walked down the field. Crowd was loud. Now, just like we talked about at Arrowhead last week, we knew y'all was going to turn up. Those of you all who went to the game, we knew y'all was going to turn up. And y'all did. Y'all were loud. Y'all were very, very, very loud. I could hear it on the TV, right? But it didn't help. Unless some of y'all can put on some cleats and get down there and play some defense, that didn't help. Because they walked right down the field and scored first drive of the game. And I said this last week. Our defense still got to get better. We got no pass rush. We got zero pass rush. Geno Smith, just like Mahomes did last week, Geno Smith is standing back there making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Matter of fact, he ain't just making a sandwich. He baking the bread. He churning the peanut butter. He's mashing the grapes for the jelly. I'm talking about no pressures. No pressure. We not blitzing. We not sending nobody off the edge. We not mixing up. We not running no stunts. We just rushing four and thinking that they're going to get to the quarterback. Not to mention, they had two backup offensive tackles. I forgot to hook my mic up. I'm sorry if y'all can hear that echo. I was so on 10, I forgot to hook my microphone up. No background or nothing. I'm raw dogging today. So, and I'm not gonna say nothing about our injuries. Yes, David Montgomery went out. Yes, Amon-Ra went out. Yes, Vitae went out. Yes, we're missing Taylor Decker. But you know what? If I do that, that's going to completely negate everything that we've been saying about the Kansas City game last week. Last week, we can't be hypocrites. If we blame injuries, that negate or people not being there, that negates what we were telling people last week. Hey, not our problem. We played who was on the field. Right? You know what I mean? So we can't do that. We have to play with who's on the field. And guess what? Two backup offensive tackles, and we still can't get to the quarterback. Are you kidding me? Aaron Glenn, my brother, I love you. I do. I know you. Played for you. Aaron Glenn was a coach, arena coach here in Houston. A lot of you guys don't know that, right? My guy. Can you please stand Hutch up like you did last year, please, sir? Can you please stop letting Hutch put his hands in the dirt and get absolutely molested by these offensive tackles? Please? Did you not see the difference when you stood Hutch up and let him rush off the edge last season? Why? We don't have the linebackers to cover that. Our linebacking core stinks. Rodrigo stinks. He was a novelty in Hard Knocks last year. Okay? He was the young, good-looking, charismatic rookie that everybody, fell for. But when you watch the film, he's a liability. In coverage, he's little. He gets pushed around in the run game. He can't cover a full-size bed with a king size blanket. He's a liability. And shout out to my boy Teray Robinson who called it preseason. But it's there. Didn't call it. Yeah. Injuries, nothing. They got injuries too. You can't get pressure on a quarterback when a team is playing two backup offensive tackles. What is really happening right now? Hutch, my guy. I'm not blaming Hutch. People say Hutch needs to play better. No, he don't. This man is 265 pounds, battling guys that's 320 and 330. That ain't on him. That's on the coach. You have to move him around. You have to stand him up. You have to blitz to make the tackles, and the running backs in the backfield have to make a decision on who you're going to chip, who you're going to block. Okay? That's not on him. Our secondary, granted, we're missing Emmanuel Moses. Been missing him the whole season. But guess what? And they didn't do a great job covering Kansas City last week. Kansas City just couldn't catch the daggum football. I've been in the South way too long. I just said daggum. Anyway, they just couldn't catch the ball. Let's call it what it is, y'all. What we saw today is the exact identical team that we had last year. Agree, disagree, whatever. This is the team that we had last year. We have a literally unstoppable offense. I don't think there is an offense in the National Football League that can stop us. We stopped ourselves. Jared Goff, and see, that's the thing, defense. When you have a quarterback that is playing lights out football, Jared Goff is playing lights out football. He's been playing lights out football since mid last season. But when you got a quarterback that's playing lights out football and he can't make one mistake, this man made one mistake in 2 games and y'all didn't have his back. That's what pisses me off. And matter of fact, the throw was, he didn't throw a flat out pick. He threw a ball that was slightly behind the receiver that got tipped and caught and ran back for a pick six. That ain't 100% on him. That's still a catchable football. You mean to tell me that this guy been carrying us and he can't make one mistake and y'all can't pick him up? I'm not blaming Goff. I'm not putting that on Goff. I refuse. This man has been carrying us for a season, a half a season, and for this season. Y'all got to have his back. Coaches, defense, receivers, y'all got to have his back. Running backs, Gibbs, let's not talk about maybe second quarter. Gibbs ran the slant end. Yeah, slant end. Goff hits him right between the 2 and the 6 and he drops it. There's nobody there but Bobby Wagner. He catches that ball, he's off to the races. That's the kind of stuff we can't have. Listen, let's call it what it is. I'm not saying that they the same old Lions, but today they were. A spade is a spade. In every deck of cards I've ever seen, a spade is a spade. It was the same old Lions today. Unstoppable offense, mistakes up the wazoo, and can't stop a paper cut or dropping footballs. That they showed back up today. The end. I'm not even opening my laptop today. I don't need to see statistics. I can call this one off. I got a couple of notes, but I'm calling this one off the dome. I'm calling this one off the dome. It was the SOL today. Now, I'm not saying that they're the SOL for the 2023 season, but they were the SOL today. Right? What else I want to talk about? And then Seattle lioned as well. They did some lioning too. Their kicker missed 2 field goals all season. He missed 2 today alone. All last season, this man missed 2 field goals, and he plays in Seattle, outdoors in the elements, and he still only missed 2 kicks all year. Today, indoors, controlled environment, chip shots for him. He missed 2. Come on, dog. Penalties. They had just as many penalties as we did. That last drive, they had a intentional grounding, which was a BS call. I ain't gonna lie. That intentional grounding was a BS call. It was. You saw him audible, and then he just got the ball through it, and they call intentional grounding. Okay. By the letter of the rule book, if the quarterback is still in the pocket, throws a ball, and there's not a receiver in the area, that is intentional grounding. But like the announcer, I don't know who was announcing today, but he was on point. That's not the spirit of the rule. So we got away with that one, right? We got some calls today. We got that one. We got that offensive PI. We got that face mask. We got calls today, and we still couldn't capitalize. The difference is we did not score off a lot of their mistakes. They came up on exactly. But yet still, we put up 31 points. There was some holds that I thought could have been called. That's the only thing about watching the game out of market. I can't rewind stuff. Now, let me say this: if anybody's wondering, NFL Sunday Ticket moved from DirecTV to YouTube. I can tell you, YouTube is 30 times better. Remember last year when, Sunday Ticket would have all these technical problems and cut off and not be clear and all that? YouTube is A1. YouTube is A1. So if you're wondering about it, and then you're watching it on YouTube, so it's a chat. You can chat with other fans while you're watching the game. So if you're watching on your phone or whatever, so YouTube is dope. But how was that pass interference on both players? The defensive player calls it. So I thanks for bringing that up because I want to address that. Fire stick, yeah. I need to be able to watch the game on the run because I move around a lot. But to answer your question, Wade, you talking about when they call DK for the face mask, but then call pass interference as well. So again, as an official, I got to be fair. By the letter of the rule book, it was a good call. If the pass interference, you can't, a foul can't cause another foul. A foul is a foul. So even though Metcalf had his face mask, you can't say, well, this foul caused that foul. If he fouled, he fouled. So, and if the face mask didn't occur, that still would have been pass interference. So I didn't like it. As a fan, I didn't like it, but it was the right call. It was the right call. I watched it and said, okay, that's cool. I just got what I got. I just like to get the I know it costs, but I get what's reliable. So I know a lot of these apps ain't reliable. But it's still expensive though. It's still like $500 for the season, but whatever, let me see. Christian said, I think we still gonna be all right. We'll see. I tell you what, we got to be able to stop somebody. And check this out. Daniel Campbell, sir, let me address you for a second. First of all, I'll say this. I already talked about Aaron Glenn. Schematically, I don't like what he's doing. He's playing a very vanilla defense. He's playing a preseason defense. We're not rushing the passer. We're not moving anybody around. We're not running no stunts. We're not running no corner blitzes, no edge blitzes. We're not doing. He acting like we got studs on defense. He running a straight base defense like we got dogs. No, we ain't got no dogs like that. So Ben Johnson, much better game. Ben Johnson called a great game today. All right. Now I can get to Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, sir, can I talk to you for just 1 second? You are Mr. Aggression or Mr. Aggressive. All right. You are Mr. Aggressive. You You went for it on like I counted three. I was in and out again. Being my birthday, I got a lot of calls, text messages today. So I'm watching the game, half paying attention because I'm responding and all that good stuff. But I counted three fourth downs that we went for it. We got two of them, if I remember correctly. So you've been aggressive all game. But that's all right. You've been aggressive all day. You okay? Look. Your defense finally gets a stop in the clutch. And shout out to Alex Anzalone, Thor. All right. Geno Smith is running around in the backfield like a chicken with his head cut off. Everybody's missing him. As it looked like Anzalone just said, you know what? F this, and just ran and chased him down and pulled him down. Great job, Thor. Finally. All right. So we got to stop that we needed. We got to stop that we needed. Okay. You get the ball back. You are in their territory with a minute to go and all of your timeouts. Now you want to get conservative? What are you doing, bro? Put the ball in the end zone and make them go the length of the field. Check this out. They're up three. They're up three. Now, I know we ain't stopped them all day. They're up three. You punch the ball into the end zone, kick the extra point. Now we're up four. Guess what? They got to go score a touchdown. I'll take that chance. I'll take that chance. This conservative, oh, let's just kick the field goal and go into overtime. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Score the ball. First of all, it's just a hair, dog. Swear to God, it's just a hair. But that pissed me off. I love me some Dan O'Bannon. We ain't said it in a long time. But go ahead and give me one. Dan Campbell is what? What was he today with that call? Go ahead and give it to me. Bro, score the football. Trust your DA. I'm going to ride with my defense. I'm going to score this football. And if y'all make the stop, great. If y'all don't make the stop, I can live with that. He's a buffoon. That was a buffoonish call. I hate everything about that call. Everything about it. With the offense we got, score the ball. Score the ball, man. Trust your defense. I don't know based on what, but go. Hey, I'll sync with my defense. I'll sync with my defense. But score the ball. Take a chance. And then on top of that, check this out. Excuse me. Just cats. But I was outdone with that. And then the kick itself ain't guaranteed. Their kicker, who is better than our kicker, done already missed two field goals. A 38-yard field goal is not a gimme. Matter of fact, no kick is a gimme. And I'm not gonna lie. Tell me I ain't the only one. Tell me y'all didn't think he was gonna miss the kick. I'll wait. If you in here right now and you say it didn't cross your mind one time, he about to miss this kick. We finna lose 38-35. I swear to God, I'll block you because you're lying. I thought he was gonna miss it. I was like, he's about to lion and miss this kick. You see, boy, I'm telling you, we've been doing this too long. We've been doing this too long. I'm like, he's gonna miss it. He's going to miss it. It's not going to be a bad snap. It's not going to be a block. He's just going to miss it. But when he made it, I said, okay. I still didn't like the decision. Score the football, man, and play defense. That's it. Score the football and play defense, dog. You know, we see exactly. We done seen that movie so many times, Keenan. Way too many times, bro. So, let's see what else y'all got. Yep, no schemes on the D-line. None. No, yeah, not golf. Yeah. So here's the deal. Where do we go from here? Right? I don't have the schedule in front of me because I didn't even open my laptop. Who we got next week? I want to say the Falcons, but I don't believe that's true. I knew once. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you this, Lola. I didn't think we lost when we went to overtime. I knew we lost when they won the toss in overtime. When they won the toss and got the ball. Hold on, let me shut this door. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we do got the Falcons at the crib next week. So where do we go from here, right? Once we lost the toss in overtime, I was like, yeah, it's over. So here's what I thought. The only way we win this game is if we force a turnover. Because we had no reason to believe that we were going to just flat out stop them on defense because we hadn't done it all day, except that one last drive. And that was just a breakdown on their part, to be honest with you. I said, unless we get a turnover, game's over. And we had them, I counted 2 third downs, like third and more than 5 in that overtime drive. And they were able to get them. And we got another penalty. We got penalties. We got calls. And still wasn't able to stop them. Oh, man. Yeah, when they had to toss. Yeah, when they had to toss, yeah, I say it's either a turnover or a loss. That's all to it. A turnover or L. That's it. D-line looked tired. Yeah, because they was on the field all darn day. Of course they looked tired. So that game's over. That game's over. And frankly, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's look forward. Atlanta next week at the crib. We got to deal with Bijan Robinson. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That's really all they got offensively. Defensively, we not what I don't even address other teams' defense because I don't believe there's a defense we can't score the ball on. I don't believe there's a defense we can't score at least 30 on. O'Bannon said, see, y'all called me an obsessive hater when I told y'all. Who? You know, bro, you know I knew better. Yeah, I don't think you're talking to nobody here. Is anybody here that said that? Because I know I didn't. Because we know better. These are still the Detroit Lions until proven otherwise. And another thing, O'Bannon, that this does is this gives the haters leverage. The real haters, not us, our external haters. That gives them leverage. Because all week, it's been, y'all got lucky against the Chiefs. They dropped passes. They had their two of their star players out. Y'all got lucky. So guess what? This gives their argument legs. That's what I hated more than anything. Forget the loss. Forget them ruining my birthday. Forget all that. I did not want to give the haters' argument legs. And that's exactly what today did. And guess what? Rightfully damn so. Rightfully so. We got to take it. Because guess what? They might be right. Maybe they're right. We'll know next week. We'll know the rest of the season. Maybe the haters are right. Maybe we did get lucky against the Chiefs. Maybe it was because Kelsey and Chris Jones was out. Maybe it was because they dropped passes. Maybe they're right. Technically, Seattle got lucky. No, they didn't. They didn't get lucky at all. They punched us in the mouth. That's what they did. We couldn't stop. Jerry Jacobs, let me tell you something. Lockett is a good receiver. He's not great, but he's good. He abused poor Jerry Jacobs. Tyler Lockett abused Jerry Jacobs today. Jesus Christ. He flat out abused that boy today. Because you know what? Jacobs was playing really, really soft. And Lockett was just going underneath. Yeah, Seattle didn't get lucky at all. They took the game. We did the same thing a few years ago. We beat the Patriots after they won the Super Bowl. They stank up the whole. I remember that. I remember that game. What I remember most about that game is Brady sitting on the turf. Look, I think we sacked Brady like 6 times that game. I just remember him sitting on the turf with his knees in his hand, looking around like, what in the hell? I remember that game. They got lucky if they're saying that we got lucky because KC dropped ball. No, nah. That's apples and oranges in my opinion. They made just as many mistakes as we did, Seattle. If penalties and things like that, they made some of the same mistakes we made. Problem is, like somebody said earlier, I can't remember who said it, they capitalized and we didn't. O'Bannon been saying that all week. Stay humble. She said, I don't care. O'Bannon been saying it all week. Stay humble. You're absolutely correct. Now, I wasn't on the, oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Oh, I wasn't on that train. I was just on the we beat Kansas City train because we did. That was as far as my trash talk went last week. Scoring 17 unanswered points isn't lucky, 100%. We couldn't stop them. It was the same as last week. Last year, what was it? 40, was it in the 50s? Was it 40? I think last year, it was like 45 or 42 or something bananas like that with them last year, 48, 45, something like that. So we just two teams that can score. And now, let's not kid ourselves. Seattle got a pretty good offense too now. I know Geno Smith is Geno Smith, but Geno Smith has been playing his behind off the past 2 seasons. Don't take nothing away from that kid. Geno Smith has been playing some great football the past 2 seasons. We know what Tyler Lockett can do. We know what DK Metcalf can do. And now they got Kenneth Walker. They got a good running back, Michigan State product. Noah Fant is a good tight end, probably a top 10 tight end in football. They got a good team over there, man. Seattle's good. Seattle's a good team, especially offensively. They got a pretty good offense. I'm not gonna hate on them and act like they didn't do nothing. Seattle can play. DB still, oh yeah. You were here from the beginning, Raj. I talked about that. Our linebackers are garbalicious. He has been, but you still feel like it's G. That exactly. AD, bro, I swear, you just nailed it. As good as he's been playing, you still say to yourself, bro, Geno Smith, because we remember New York Jets Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, Geno Smith, my guy, come on, bro. We knew Seattle would be a tough out. Yeah, we knew Seattle would be a tough out. And I don't think this is what happened today, but what I was afraid of going into this game was the hangover, the KC hangover. Okay, we beat the champs on the big stage in their house, ruined their celebration. Okay, we're going to have a hangover next week. I don't think it was a hangover because we didn't play flat. We didn't play uninspired football. We didn't play flat football. We just didn't play aggressive football, and we got outplayed and outcoached. It's that simple. We lost the game. We lost the football game, man. Yeah, so we talked about the linebackers, Raj, and the DBs too. Like I said, we got some injuries in the defensive backfield, and this was not the game for that. Like I said, Metcalf, Lockett, and Fant is probably a top 5 to 10 trio in football. They are. They're good. But my thing is, shouldn't have got that far because they had backup offensive tackles. Shouldn't have mattered. We should have been on Geno's. And that's another thing, Aaron Glenn. If you know that they're playing backup tackles, you can't just rush forward. You expected your ends, and another thing, you expected your ends to just beat these guys, and it didn't happen. And then, how does James Houston wind up on the tight end? What are we doing? I know he was a tweener, so y'all made him a linebacker, but he ain't got no business guarding nobody. That's a pass rusher. We should have been in a nickel package today, if not the dime. But then the problem is we ain't got nobody to stop the run because our linebackers get blocked. When's the last time you saw one of our linebackers shed a block? Our linebackers will make tackles when they're not blocked, but they don't shed blocks. You know what I'm saying? We still got some work to do on defense. Let's call it what it is. Today we look like the exact same team that we had last year. All offense, can't stop a nosebleed with all the tissue. Agree or disagree? And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Like O'Bannon said, be humble, y'all. Be humble. So, golly, I ain't got no problem with facing the music with the haters, but I can't do it today. I can't. I don't have it in me today. I can't. I don't have it in me today. I don't even know if I want to watch him. It's one of those. I don't even know if I want to watch any more football today. Days. You ever have one of those? It's like it's my birthday, dog. And here y'all go with this bull junk, as Coach Prime like to say. Y'all lying on my birthday. So okay, but I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be a man about it. I called out names last week, so I'm gonna call out names this week. Derek Yancey, Lawrence Robinson, Michael Owens Jr. Go ahead and give it to me. We deserve it, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it this week. So that's all I got, man. I'm not gonna go on. Yeah, I ain't got it today, Lola. I don't even want to watch no more football. I don't even know who played tonight. I don't care. I'm finna go to my people's house, man, and apparently ear hustling my wife. I don't think the birthday festivities are over. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to watch no more football today. I think I'm gonna go play. I think I'm gonna go play like the PlayStation or something until I find out what we're doing this evening. But are the Patriots playing today? Yeah, I might jump on Madden. No, because if I lose, that's just gonna make me remember that we lost today. I'm gonna play baseball. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go play some MLB the show. That's what I'm about to do. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate all the birthday wishes, man. That's solid. Much love. 47. Your boy is 47. But and it's funny because white people we blow their socks off when they find out our ages. We went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast this morning, and the white lady was like, "You turned what?" I said 47. No way. Yeah. I would have said no more than 34, mid 30s. Like, I appreciate it, but black don't crack, man. Good genetics. Good genetics. And taking care of myself with proper nutrition. BrockNutrition.com if you need help with your nutrition. Shameless plug. Well, it's not a plug because this is my platform. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Appreciate the birthday wishes again. And I'm going to have a piece of cake, even though I ain't had sweets since the last dessert I had was on Father's Day. But I'm eating some cake today, for sure. All right, man. Love y'all. Always go Lions.